Good morning, students. Hope you all are fine. Today we will learn a grammar topic. Its name is punctuation. So let's get started. Before we are going to start, let's learn that what is punctuation. Punctuation means the right use of putting in points or stops in writing. Set of marks or sign in English, pauses or stops in the text. Then, why punctuation is required? While speaking, we add the pause and stop directly to convey our meaning properly. But in writing, the writer has to define where the reader has to pause and stops. Let's see the types of punctuations. The following are the principal stops: full stop or period, comma, semicolon, colon, question mark, and exclamation mark. Now, let's see the types of punctuation in brief. First is period, full stop. The full stop represents the greatest pause and separation. It is used to mark the end of a declarative or an imperative sentences, and the sentence begins with a capital letter. Let's learn the examples. This boy ranked top in the class. Please stop him. You can see both the sentences and with full stop, and first letter is capital. Second thing is that the full stop can be used in abbreviations, but they are often omitted in modern style, like M.A. or MA, MP or MP, UNO or UNO. Note, in current English, Mr. and Mrs. occur without a full stop, as these have come to be regarded as the full spellings. Let's see the second punctuation. It is comma. It has many uses. The comma represents the shortest pause and it is used in many ways, but we will study the major uses of this. First is to separate a series of words in the same construction. Let's see the examples. He lost lands, money, reputation, and friends. Second, it was a long, dull, and wearisome journey. Dear students, note that a comma is generally not placed before the word preceded by and, like I love to drink milk and ice cream. Let's see the second use to separate each pair of words connected by and. Let's see the examples. High and low, rich and poor, wise and foolish must all die. Dear all, in this example, the pairs are separated by using commas. Now, let's learn the third uses to mark of words used in addressing people. It means if we want to tell, order, request, instruct to someone, the time before his her name we have to use comma. Let's see the example. Come into the garden, Mona. How are you, Ria? Now, let's learn about the third punctuation mark. It is semicolon. The semicolon represents a pause of greater importance than that shown by the comma. It is used to separate the clauses of compound sentence when they contain a comma. Let's see the example. He was a brave, large-hearted man and we all honored him. Students, you can see that there are three clauses gathered in one sentence and we have to separate them, so we used semicolon. Secondly, it is used to separate a series of loosely related clauses like God gave her peace, her land reposed. Today we love what tomorrow we hate. Today we seek what tomorrow we shun. Today we desire what tomorrow we fear. Here loosely means not in a fixed manner. So you all can see in both the examples all the clauses are loosely related. Now let's learn the another kind of punctuation. It is colon. The colon marks a still more complete pause than that expressed by the semicolon. It is used sometimes with a dash after it. First is to introduce a quotation. Bacon says reading makes a fool man, writing an exact man and speaking a ready man. Here you can say the sentence introduce the quotation sentence, so we used colon. Secondly, it is used between sentences grammatically independent but closely connected in sense. Let's see the examples. Study to acquire a habit of thinking. No study is more important. Here you can see that both the sentences are different, but grammatically they are connected. That's why we used the colon. Let's go for the further question mark. The question mark is used instead of the full stop after the direct question. Let's see the examples. Have you written your exercise? And if you wrong us, shall we not have revenge? Students, note question mark is not used after an indirect question. Like he asked me whether I had written my exercise. Let's learn the next punctuation mark. It's an exclamation mark. The exclamation mark is used after interjections and after phrases and sentences expressing sudden emotion or wish. Dear students, about the interjections we have studied in the very first chapter, parts of speech. So no need to explain it in brief. So let's see the examples. Alas, oh dear. In this sentence, it's a feeling of sorrow or grief. What a terrible fire this is. Here, it's a sudden feeling of frightened. Oh, what a fall was there. My countrymen, long live the king. In this sentence, it's a feeling of joy and happiness. Note, when the interjection O is placed before the nominative of adverb, the exclamation mark, if employed at all, comes after the noun. It may be placed at the end of the sentence. Let's see the examples. Oh, father, I hear the sound of guns. In this sentence, after O interjection, the noun father, you can see. Second is, Oh, Hamlet, speak no more. So students, here I am going to finish the part 1 of the punctuation topic. Hope you all have enjoyed. We'll send you the classwork and homework PDF. So please do well in your fair grammar notebook. Thank you.